In this video, I'm giving you my top 5 games to be excited for in 2019. Let's check it out. Hello and welcome to another Top Table Gaming video. As always, I'm Jay, and if you're new here, we hope you enjoy this content. If you like what you see, click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss future content. Today, what I want to talk to you guys about is what I think are the top 5 games, systems, board games, anything tabletop to be excited about in 2019. 2018 was a crazy year for tabletop gaming. I think we saw a boom like no other, and we're hoping this continues into 2019. And what I've done is I've compiled a list of what I think are going to be great games coming out next year, some of which we have already heard of and have hit crowdfunding, such as Kickstarter. Don't forget, guys, this is just my personal opinion on the things I've seen and that I'm excited about. Do let us know if you agree with the 5 that I've listed in the comments below. Or if there's some that you can think of that I haven't suggested, let us know. As with all our videos, they're here to encourage discussion, and let's have a good old chat about the tabletop gaming industry. So, without further ado, let's dive into my 5 games that you should be checking out in 2019. Okay, so first up, we've got to start with Batman City Chronicles by Monolith Games. This game hit Kickstarter in 2018, making over $4 million, which is whopping. And this game is both a co-op and a solo play game. You can co-op 1 to 4 players as the mighty heroes of Gotham, such as Batman, Robin, Nightwing, and everyone else you can imagine. There's a ton of choice in this game. Or you can solo play as the villain trying to stop the mighty heroes. Who doesn't want to play that? And I do believe this game uses the same core engine as the Conan board game, which came out in 2018, which is pretty well renowned as being an epic set of mechanics. So that is going to make this a great game to play. I do think we're going to see a surge of cooperative board games. We saw lots of them in 2018 that are going to now start delivering in 2019. I think these are going to be super popular this year. And let's be honest, guys, who doesn't want to play as Batman and Robin fighting crime, or even as the Joker trying to thwart their evil plans? My number 4 pick is, of course, Reichbusters Project Vril from Mythic Games. So, Reichbusters is another 1 to 4 player cooperative game, and this is brought to you by the wonderful people and actually good friends Mythic Games, who brought you Solomon Kane and Joan of Arc and Mythic Battles Pantheon. So they've got some really wicked games under the belt, and they are making great waves and great games for us in the industry, and I can't wait for this one to hit us in 2019. So Reichbusters is a 1 to 4 player cooperative action adventure game where you play as covert agents trying to bring down the Third Reich in Nazi Germany. If you go and check out this game, or you look at some of the pictures right there, guys, you'll see that this has got a really awesome theme and awesome minis. And as mentioned in the first one, you're going to see an absolute ton of co-op board games, and it's something I cannot wait for in 2019. Because the level of miniatures in these sort of games are now starting to rival tabletop. It's going to look great, it's going to play great. We cannot wait to try this one out in 2019. Coming in at number 3 is God Tier by Steamforged Games. God Tier is the newest offering from Steamforged Games, and after a spell of those guys doing lots of licensed products such as Dark Souls, Resident Evil and Horizon Zero Dawn, they're going back to creating their own original IP, which they've proved in the past they smash out of the park with the still incredible Guild Ball. God Tier is a fantasy setting game where these God Tiers have descended to the earth, and warbands and champions and their followers go and collect these because they imbue them with powers. And this is a really high fantasy setting, skirmish, hex-based game that's just got a ton of depth and really great combat mechanics. This game actually came out on early access, which kind of new to tabletop gaming. They revolutionized with this a little bit, I think. Think of like a beta or an early access on a computer game. They did just that. So they did some limited edition packs where you got the very first incarnations of the rules, stickers to make your own dice and tokens. You got access to a private forum where they do rules update, and you got 6 champions and their respective followers in what will probably never be available at retail scopes. Now, I managed to pick this up and this game is incredibly good fun, and I definitely think it's one to check out in 2019, not just for the gameplay, but hopefully you're seeing up here the amazing models too. Coming in at number 2 is Wild West Exodus by Warcradle Studios. Those of you who watch the channel know that I'm a huge advocate of this game. I love Wild West Exodus, and while it isn't a new game for 2019, I definitely think it's one that we're going to see explode and really cement its place in the marketplace this year. This game is by Warcradle Studios, formerly owned by Outlaw Miniatures, but since Warcradle have taken over, they've put a lot of time, effort, and I'm sure money into making this game a whole new beast. They've rewritten the rules from the ground up. There's tons of model design coming on, and this game is really, I think, going to start seeing exposure this year. They've really increased their PR exposure, and their presence at trade shows is second to none, and this game is really starting to hit the audiences it deserves, and that's why it's on my list for 2019. I think it's going to skyrocket this year. This game now also has monthly releases, mainly containing posse boxes, which are themed posses, straight out of the box lists that you can use in games, and you can buy 2 variations of each of these with or without the rulebook and tokens and everything you need to play. So this gives just ease of access. It makes it incredible. It means you can get a box of a themed posse you like, and it gives you a great way to get into the game, pick up a new faction, or add some new models and start a new list for an existing faction. And the fact that it's getting multiple monthly releases means this game is heavily supported, and I think that's going to be one of the factors that's going to make this a big success in 2019. And I mean, check out some of the models I'm showing you here. Insane. Of course, guys, don't forget this video is just my opinion, but I'm willing to say this is the best skirmish miniatures game on the market right now. Do check it out, or get to a show and grab a demo, because you won't regret it. Coming in at number 1 of games I'm excited for in 2019, and this is a little bit of a curveball because it's slightly cheating the system, but I'm going to say that's the new Specialist Games from GW. Alright, I know what you're thinking, it's not quite something we know is coming yet, but let's just have a chat about Specialist Games. Over the last couple of years, we've seen a new iteration of Blood Bowl, of Necromunda. We've even seen Epic in the form of Adeptus Titanicus. And the reason this makes me excited is because the popularity of those games, even Middle-earth SBG, which is now a mainstay game again, was originally under the Specialist Games banner. But what that means for me personally is the 2 games that I played when I was a wee nipper and I was getting into gaming, which is Mordheim and Battlefleet Gothic. I think you've got to see one, if not both of those next year, because those are the big taglines still left that Specialist Games are ready to produce. As I said, these were the games that I grew up on, and I would love nothing more than seeing Mordheim and Battlefleet Gothic available, readily available and playable again in 2019. Some of the models from Mordheim are still used today in Age of Sigmar, and the Battlefleet Gothic models, especially the starter set plastics, they're just insane. They hold the test of time more than you believe, and both great games that would also hold a lot of nostalgia for me, and I would get a ton of enjoyment in playing in 2019. Alright guys, so there you have it. Those are the 5 games that I'm excited about in 2019. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, comment below, let us know your thoughts on the 5 that I suggested. Let me know what you're looking forward to in 2019. And get involved in the chat, guys. Make sure you click the subscribe icon. That will really help the channel. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next video, I'm Jay. Happy gaming, guys.